All right. So we didn't let Victor do anything on his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Victor's not allowed to play.
All right, so
I
that's
lost track of where we are. Was it
That-
just
I
Victor's?
think it was just after Victor's turn, which puts it on Genie's, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
so. Yeah, Jeannie, you are now aware of Havaruk preaching from the top of this wall, and he has the crowd's attention. And these two bishops are, well, one of them is in the current action of using telekinesis to raise Victor up. The other is watching the crowd and the other prisoners, kind of scanning around, alert.
Genie is going to look. Excuse me. She's going to look around. Oh, sorry. Can she see into this building? Like, are these walls intact? It's just no roof, right?
The only building that has a roof is the one down here that Victor was shackled
Right,
into.
I'm not worried about a roof. What I'm worried about is the walls. Are these walls basically more or less accurate?
So this opening here looks like it was a window at one point, but the rubble has
Right.
fallen away, and now you can just walk in.
Okay. Vortex warp, Victor. And you're
Okay, what level is Vortex Warp?
level 2.
You are counterspelled.
Okay.
But one of the bishops steps forward.
Can you counterspell it being cast from an item?
You counterspell any use of a magic spell.
I mean, because I'm not casting the spell, I'm using an item.
But it functions as though Vortex Warp would function, correct?
Well, I mean, that's fine. Was just asking for clarification. That's
Listen,
fine.
it's going to be harder than that to get Victor out of this mess.
That's fine.
But now the bishop knows what you're doing.
Only one solution to this.
Jeannie, moving or staying put?
Genie is going to look at Evie and say, "Scramble," and hop through this.
Hop into the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
That's the end of her turn.
I would love to use the wand to try to grab Victor again, but there is another bishop there who I assume has another counter spell.
I'll just grab the bishop.
And that's 2 uses. That is the end. But that is the end of Genie's turn.
So Evie with Ekon. Or sorry, Evie with
Edmont with
Edmont. Oh, it's Edmont then Evie. Yeah, sorry, I got lost.
Edmont.
Edmont's turn.
Okay. So I have one question because I'm about to move over this way.
Okay.
How high up is this wall that he's standing on?
No higher than about 10 feet. Because figure about standard like 12-foot wall maybe, and it's completely brought down with rubble. He's standing on probably the highest corner of it, so you'd have no difficulty getting up to him.
Okay, I'm going to move over here to get out of line of sight of the other bishop.
Sure.
I'm going to spend 2 key points to cast Silence, centered right here.
Nice. I hope it lands.
Okay.
It does.
Go ahead and draw that radius out.
Let's see, 20 foot radius sphere. Let's see here. Can I do it this way? Looks like I can. There we go.
Okay. So, as Havaruk is standing there giving this sermon, and it suddenly goes silent.
And then Edmont hops up onto the wall. And bonus action, I'm going to attack, but I'm going to forego that for a grapple.
Okay.
So am I rolling strength athletics?
You're making
That was the
a...
attack he uses.
Yeah, you're making a to-hit roll.
Oh, to hit roll? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, your strength athletics to hit roll with certain monsters. I was thinking from a monster's point of view.
I am going to spend 4 blips for an auto success.
Interesting. Probably good, too, because he rolled pretty high on his acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 4 blips for an auto success.
You're in a zone of silence, so I can't give you my reroll because you can't hear me.
Okay, so yeah, you throw your arms around this guy.
Pull a knife, put it in his
Edmont.
throat.
Just pinning his arms to his torso. You can feel heat rolling off from inside the robes, and it's not just standard body heat. You get a knife up to his throat. He leans his chin back somewhat, and his eyes are fixated on you.
I'm good.
All right, who's next?
Got Evie with Orson on deck.
Evie, fix it.
I guess I should go save Victor.
I mean, you can come grab the wand if you want. Jeannie just has it in her in her hand.
Nah, I mean, there's another guy with a counter spell. It's not going to work. I have to go fight them.
See if they can counterspell.
5, 15, 25, dash, 35, 45, 55.
So remember, going through this crowd counts as difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm. Can I throw a knife at this guy from here? He's in range, but
Which one? The bishop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Either
absolutely.
one, really. Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
These red guys do not count as my allies, right? Even though they are the prisoners.
Correct.
Mhm.
No, the only allies are your party members here.
They turned on us.
Because remember, even these prisoners are still effectively cultists. They're
Yeah.
still high up on Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So I can't do a sneak attack. So
Very Kool-Aid.
You can see if it's a concentration spell though.
I could cast a spell. You're right. Need to make sure I can do this with that. I have just enough room here to cast Erupting Earth to hit both cultists, but without hitting. If I cast a spell that goes. Drawing here. This will not hit the crowd, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then I will cast Erupting Earth on the 2 bishops.
Okay.
Do they counterspell it?
What level spell is that?
3rd.
Yeah, that gets counterspelled. They're not going to do that.
Delete that square.
Good job, Evie.
I tried.
No, trust me. Good job.
Now they can't counterspell whatever dumb shit Ekon's about to do.
Okay. I'll take it.
Exactly.
Evie, staying put there.
I don't have any movement left, so...
So, as you're positioned in that spot, push through the crowd as far as you can, all of the cultists around you are acutely aware. They don't know what you were trying to do, but they clearly, your disguise is no longer fooling them. In that position, on Red's turn, you can expect to take a beating.
That's okay.
The
They're
good
coming.
news is, I don't think any of them can swallow you.
I'm technically being swallowed in a crowd.
Who's next?
Next up, we've got Orson with Ekon on deck.
The crowd around Orson has not hipped to him being a bad guy yet.
5, 10, 15, 20. 25. 35, 45, 55. And he dashes, and that's the end of his turn.
Just dashing into the back of the crowd? Okay.
Yeah. Somebody's got to go save Evie.
I'll be
All right.
fine.
Who's next?
We got Ekon with red token. So
Ekon,
Ekon clicks his heels together, flies upward 30 feet, skirting the edge of the silence, and he's going to cast Wall of Fire.
All right. Where at?
It's 5th level if you care.
Well, I don't have anybody who can counterspell you, so.
It's an inwardly focused circle like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to need 2 dexterity saving throws.
Yeah. One pass and one fail. Remember, one of them is concentrating on telekinesis at the moment. I'll let you pick who fails.
Let's do the one that's concentrating.
Okay.
So let's see, I upcast this by a level, so I think it's 5d8. Double check.
And this is a level... Oh, that's the wrong spell. What level spell is this?
I'm using a 5th level slot on a 4th level spell.
Okay, so they would have had to roll if they were able to counterspell it.
Yeah, okay, 6d8.
So this ends your... oh no, Find the Path failed. It's not even up anymore.
They get to do this again at the start of their turn. They're within 10 feet of the interior of the wall. So that's 18 fire damage.
18, you said? And the wall's opaque, right?
Yeah. Let's see how high it is.
I think it's 20 feet.
60 feet. Oh, 20 feet high, yeah.
All right.
We should move those earring charges.
And then I'm going to need a strength saving throw from this guy.
Well, he makes a con save first to see if he drops Victor. Victor,
Yeah.
I have good news and bad news.
Yeah.
Actually, was he concentrating on Dominate as well?
One of them would have had to.
It
Yes,
was
they're
the other
both
one.
they're both concentrating.
Yeah.
All right, so Victor, I've got good news and bad news and more bad news.
Okay.
The good news is you're no longer being lifted telekinetically up the mast.
Okay.
The bad news is they drop you 20 feet to the ground.
So wait, before this happens, so if Victor takes damage, he gets to make that save again, right?
Correct.
Okay, then we're not going to do anything to try and mitigate that.
You can't anyway,
Well, he's got boots of flying.
which you can't use because you've been dominated. Yeah, 10 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall as you crack your head face first against the ground. You don't even have any soft parts on the top of your head to break.
My eyebrows were really cushioned.
So go ahead and repeat that wisdom saving throw.
You're going to roll better this time. Money, 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 money. Does a 15 work?
15 does work.
Okay.
So the other bad news was that the dominate guy passed his concentration check. But
Yeah.
I mean, as your head cracks against the ground, rings your belt, your vision splits. You become cognizant of the having rolled up onto your ass, cradling your head in your hands, and you realize that you're free of the domination. You can't see either of the bishops because they're both inside this opaque wall of flame right now.
That's fine.
So that was...
I've still got a bonus. So I'm I'm 30 feet above the silence. This one needs to make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay. That is a 9.
That's the end of my turn.
So just push him in.
God.
Now, are you flying in the air or are you perched on
Yeah, I'm
something?
30 feet up.
Okay, gotcha.
That way I can see over the wall. So I've got red with white on deck.
All right, let's start with Ekon first. 5 rolls at disadvantage. That's a 5 to hit.
Nope.
An 8 to hit. A 6 to hit. A 3 to hit.
Nope.
And a 16 to hit.
Nope.
As the crowd underneath you is just starting to throw things up at you. Just rocks, chunks of awful old boots, whatever they have to hand. Evie, I am not rolling a disadvantage against you. Evie, I've got a 16 to hit.
No.
A 12.
No.
11.
No.
15.
No.
5.
No.
15.
No.
8.
Nope.
And a 3.
The 3 hits.
3. What?
No, it doesn't.
So yeah, the crowd around you, just having seen you step forward and try to cast a spell, for all they know, you're in charge of the wall of fire. But no, you can just feel them tugging at you, pulling in different directions, grabbing at your robe, and none of the blows that land are able to deal any damage. But yeah, this crowd is going to drag you to the ground and tear you to shreds if it can. Genie.
Yep.
As you ducked around the corner, same thing. You also tried to cast a spell. And some of the men in the crowd, or some of the cultists in the crowd, break away. And are going to try to do the same thing, but less effectively, because there's only 3 of them. I dropped one of my d20s.
At least it wasn't a D4.
Hold on, where'd it go? All right, well, I've lost a d20, and I'm going to hold that against Treble. That's definitely his fault. Genie, I've got a 3 to hit.
No.
I have a 14 to hit.
Nope.
I have a 13 to hit.
Nope.
And yeah, same thing. These cultists kind of followed you around the corner, and they've got you pinned against the wall. None of them managed to do anything of note. Orson, they don't know to attack. Yeah, let's attack Victor too. Why not? Actually, let's make a saving throw first. Victor,
Yeah.
the man who gave you away a moment ago comes out of his stance, and he gets to roll an advantage against you because you are prone on the ground. Victor, I've got a 19 to hit
That actually hits.
for 2 points of commoner damage as he just begins kicking you in the ribs as hard as he can. Red's a fun turn, but let's move on. Who's next?
White.
White, who I believe are starting their turn within 10 feet of the wall of fire.
Yes, they are. So they're doing
I need a pair of dex saves.
How's a 1 and a 1 do? Holy,
26
excellent.
points of fire damage.
holy Christ! That's what, a 1 in 400 roll? I'm sorry. How much damage was that?
26.
26. Okay. And you can see, because you're looking down over the wall of fire, is that
They
correct?
can probably see me from where they are too, since I'm flying high up. It's only 20 feet high and I'm 30 feet up.
The fire is affecting them, but they haven't ignited. They haven't actually gone up in flames. But they are definitely not having a good time in there.
Yeah, now what can they do? They can't see anything.
The wall's opaque, but it's not solid, right?
No.
They can pass through it then.
Yeah.
Don't they take more damage?
They take damage once a turn.
Oh. I don't like Victor.
Well, they're getting inside out of the flame. So they don't take any more damage from passing through the wall because they already took some at the start of the turn.
Let me double check exactly how this is worded.
I personally have cast this spell like 100 times, but it was in the very first 5e campaign I ever played.
It's at end of turn. So they took the damage when they walked through. Okay, so that's my bad. They would take that damage if they walked through it, or they take that damage at end of turn.
Okay. Yeah, either way, you burn the hell
So they
out of
took the damage as they walked through it instead.
Victor, as they emerge through this wall of fire, you can see that they're both badly bloodied. Neither of them are having a very good time. And they're going to regroup a little bit. Uh, 3d8. And one of them casts a spell, Victor. And right before your eyes, you see that the burns across their skin, the damage they've inflicted, begins knitting together. In a way that you've seen happen dozens and dozens and dozens of times adventuring with Ekon. But until this moment, you always thought it would be unfair if your enemies could do it too. Well, it turns out they can.
Focus on them. It's poor use of action economy.
The other one is going to try to dominate Victor again, unless it says that he can't.
Smurf you.
One of them hasn't cast his dominate spell yet. Yeah, no, there's no limitation on how many times I can do this to a single target. Victor, let's get another wisdom saving throw.
Poor Victor.
Smurf is up with these fives.
Take my reroll. You can hear. He can see and hear me, right?
No,
Yeah.
there's a,
Oh, that's right. There's a wildfire.
Giant
I
wall
can
of
hear
fire
you.
here.
Let me check how that one's worded. That one might only be. Okay, he needs to be able to hear me. That's all it says. Starting at third level, you can use the reaction to allow an ally. Oh no, they do have to be able to see me. Never mind. Okay,
Yeah,
I can't help you. Sorry.
Victor, the command is pretty simple. You are commanded to go out and kill Aethar Ekon.
Okay.
This isn't the first time one of Destil's characters has been ordered to be killed by another party member, so he's used to it.
So, okay, question on this.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that Victor can resist this, given the vision of his own death in which Ekon smites him with a wall of fire, and there's a giant wall of fire in front of him.
You know what? There was a chance. It was called a saving throw, and you just failed it. But thanks for reminding me. All saving throws to break this domination will be made a disadvantage because you are incentivized to kill Aethar Ekon in any case.
Good job, Victor.
It's a legitimate question.
I had this whole scene planned out with like an NPC being sacrificed and was like, yeah, it's going to be kind of cool, but yeah, no, having a PC in that position.
You thought we were going to let them sacrifice friend?
So that was both bishops. One cast a cure spell, the other dominated Victor again.
So we've got purple with Victor on deck.
Okay.
We're
Havaruk
snuggling.
is continuing to call out. No, he's not. He's in this bubble of
Havaruk
silence.
is silenced. He cannot say a thing right now.
And he's grappled as well.
So he's done. He's out of the fight.
No, he's not. Sad to say. Not restrained, though. Just grappled, correct?
Just grappled. Yep.
Okay.
I cannot restrain him.
Edmont.
Sir,
How you doing?
pretty good.
I have a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that just hits.
I have a 15 to hit.
That doesn't, though.
And I have a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. It's going to be 7 points of piercing damage from the first attack.
Okay, 1 second. Because I do have to maintain concentration on this, so...
On the silence.
Yeah, so... I'm good.
And it's going to be
Second hit.
5 points of piercing damage from the second attack.
Okay.
And when the first attack lands, you are paralyzed.
Wow.
As
That'd be cool.
one moment he's struggling against your bonds, and he flares his fingers out, and he starts jabbing at you. Not like a punch or a slap, but you realize upon impact, the fingernails on this man's hands feel more like vicious stingers, and they pierce into your body.
Yeah, I'm looking up paralyzed right now. Give me 1 second.
Paralyzed means you are incapacitated, can't move or speak, fail all strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and attacks that hit you are crits if the attacker was within 5 feet. Oh, okay, so his second attack was a critical hit. Good to know.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be an additional 5 points of piercing damage.
I still made the saving throw, even
Okay?
then, so...
And in that state, it becomes effortless for him to slip out of your grasp. So you're just teetering on this wall, paralyzed.
Can he?
Yes, because it becomes...
He did make his attack. He did take his action to make those attacks. Yes.
Or is your hand just stuck to him like iron?
It says strength and dex saves. Oh, wait, no. Incapacitated, no actions or reactions. Okay. I think I'm going to rule if you're incapacitated, you can't grapple a target. Because you don't have anything that... Because it would be an opposed roll. Your athletics against his acrobatics. And if you can't move or do anything, take any actions... the good news is that wasn't a spell, so he did that totally silently. The bad news is I don't think he can Misty Step a third time.
Oh, you can't use vocal components. So
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't use
part of the spell is still there.
I don't think he's got any spells that he could cast anyway after having used his action.
But he's no longer grappled then. But he isn't moving?
He's going to hop down the wall. And he walks through the wall of fire. Vanishes from view. Yeah, no, sorry, this guy's a badass. You were not supposed to fight him yet. Who's next?
Let's see. So that's Victor with Eugenia on deck.
Victor,
Yeah.
on this turn, you are compelled to use your full movement and all available actions, bonus actions, etc. to kill Ekon.
And the red guys around Ekon count as allies, right?
He's 30
He's
feet
up in the air. He's up in the
Okay.
air.
So all you have to do is poke your little head out through one of the windows over here.
Well, no, because if I have to use all my actions to kill Ekon, let's see.
This is a situation where I'm happy to hear your pitch, but I have veto power.
He does have veto power.
So here's the thing with Victor, right? All of Victor's stuff is multi-stage setup.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for Victor to kill Ekon, he needs to be able to do a sneak attack on him, right?
Do you have a way to do that from your position?
Not from this current position, which means it has to be a multi-thing. So what he basically has to do is first he has to get in view to see Ekon, which is going to require him to fly up in the air with his movement.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you could fly too.
Yeah, so 5. So I'm not sure.
Well, it's half.
When we
Remember,
do the-
remember, it's half your movement to stand up because you are prone on the ground.
Okay, so we got 15 movement to stand up.
And if you go through the fire, you will go through the fire because you can't fly over it with 15 feet.
Well, he can fly straight up. To get on top of this wall, how much movement is that?
The wall's about 10 feet up, so that would probably be your full 15 of movement to get you there.
Okay. And so then he's going to get into. I guess he's going to go. Yeah, no, he would stop there. What's the distance? So within this 30 feet, he is going to Fairy Fire Ekon.
Okay.
That's going to be his action.
I got a dexterity saving throw of 15.
Sorry.
It's a player save DC, so it might be pretty high.
Well, he's not a spellcaster.
Fair enough.
What is Victory's spell save DC?
Probably 13.
It's intelligence.
This is intelligence.
Yeah, which would be. So intelligence is a 10, so.
So that'd be +5, 13 is his save.
So Victor, you attempt to cast Fairy Fire on Ekon, thinking like I don't have the thought process. Like, I can't steady aim and attack him this round. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Ekon dodges out of the way of the Fairy Fire because you suck at casting spells. Yeah, you're not going to try that a second time.
And bonus action.
He can't try a second time. He doesn't have more spell slots.
I don't think you have anything you can do with a bonus action unless you want to dash towards him closer.
Yeah, I'm thinking that would be. Because I can't offhand attacks that in main hand attack. I had to move. Teleporting doesn't do me any good. So yeah, the only thing I can do is go get closer.
If you want. Are you going to get right up next to him into his threat range?
Yep.
Ekon does not count as an ally for the purposes of getting sneak attack against Ekon.
I figured as
Well,
well.
now.
Is that the end of Victor's turn?
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Got Genie with Edmont.
Genie is like, let's be reasonable about this to the cultists.
Yeah, they seem like reasonable people.
And she is going to like, can I see out the window from where I'm at?
Lots of commotion out there. There's not a lot in your line of sight that you can make use of.
Right. Genie is going to cast Kinetic Jaunt.
You made that up.
No, I didn't. It's a trick saving spell. I've cast it before.
Have you?
It gives me 10 feet of extra movement and lets me walk through people's spaces.
Oh, it's not in my app.
No, because that app hasn't updated since 2018.
Damn it. What does this spell do?
I will read you the...
Just give me the Cliff Notes summary version of it.
Walking speed increased by 10 feet. Don't provoke opportunity attacks, and I can move through the space of another creature.
Yeah, there you go.
And
That's
it
helpful.
doesn't count as difficult terrain.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, also it's a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my action to dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 and get over here.
Okay. So you're standing at the entrance to kind of the barracks quarters in here.
Right.
Nobody's in that room because everybody was out in the crowd.
Yes. And that's the end of Genie's turn.
Okay. Who's next?
After Genie, we've got Edmont with Evie on deck.
Edmont, you are paralyzed until the start of the bishop's next turn.
That sucks.
Should I make him roll to see if he stays up on that wall? Because he can't,
That's up to you.
Nah.
Oh, we got Evie with Orson.
Evie, fix it.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I
Okay.
could get through these windows, right?
Well, let's start. You were here.
10, 15.
So let's say... I'm going to call that 4 opportunity attacks.
Okay.
Damn it, I dropped a d20. I can only roll 3 at a time. Evie, I've got an 18 to hit.
That hits?
I have a 14 to hit.
No.
I have a 11 to hit.
No.
I have an 11 to hit.
No.
1 hit for 2 points of commoner damage.
Oh, no. Okay. Now I can move?
Yep.
Okay. So that was 15, 20, 25, 30. Am I allowed to move through these windows?
Yes.
Okay, dash.
Yes.
35, 40. Which one of these guys dominated Victor?
I don't know that Evie would have any way to know that.
I heard him cast the spell.
Could have been either of them.
Oh.
All cultists look alike.
I'll let you.
Which one
Tell you
one
what.
looks more hurt?
They actually have exactly the same amount of hit points.
Damn it.
They both took the exact same amount of fire damage, and they both got the same amount of healing. Do you have an action left?
I do, but I want to use to kill one of these guys.
Oh, well, I'll let you use an
Boy.
action to make an Arcana check to determine which one is concentrating on the spell dominating Victor.
I think you're better off just.
Yeah, I'm thinking the 50-50.
All right.
This is why True Strike is the worst cantrip.
Let's do this one.
All right.
Shiv him.
Yeah, so he's gonna stab him. Oh, that is a natural 20.
Really?
It is.
You lucky duck.
And my familiar is on my shoulder, so I get sneak attack.
Okay.
All right, so I need to check how many dice this is going to be. This is going to be 10d6. How many is this? 8.
8, 7.
I need 2 more.
Best feature is the ability to just pick up all the dice on the table and roll them.
Good old rogue use.
All right, so
Oh, you need another D4.
no, I'm not using a dagger. I'm using a sword.
Oh.
Short sword. So this is like Victor's. It's going to be a lot of damage. This is 34 plus 12, 46 points of magical piercing.
Okay. So the only question is, was it the right guy? Oh, that was enough to kill him. I mean, you stabbed him through the heart, gave a twist, wrenched your sword out, covered in this man's blood, and he doesn't even fully understand what just happened. Came around the corner and suddenly he was dead. Somebody want to give me a drum roll? No drum roll?
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear
I
it?
don't- Good.
That was the correct guy. Victor, you feel your mind clear up just as you're approaching Ekon with your knife in your hand.
I'm glad I averted the prophecy.
Well,
It's the end of Eve's turn.
It can still come true because Ekon's still alive.
I mentioned I'm going to be in problems when Pink gets a turn, but that's the end of my turn.
All right.
That's
We've got Orson with Ekon on deck.
Orson is going to, like... There's no way he can follow Evie.
No, Eve's
10,
too fast.
20, 30, and... 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to come over here next to...
I mean, as
Genie, I
Orson's
guess.
walking through the crowd, I'll stop concentrating on the wall as a non-action.
Oh, okay.
You want to drop the wall?
Good anymore.
I'm really unhappy that you did that. I had plans for that wall of fire.
I was going to try and push one of the cultists through it, but then Evie went and stabbed him.
Well, I'm sorry that I stopped Victor from murdering you.
Victor couldn't take Ekon. Not solo.
So the wall of fire drops, revealing Havaruk approaching. So Orson just moving to that position?
Yeah. His turn.
All right, who's next?
After Orson, we've got Ekon.
Ekon, you're up.
So I can fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Aethar versus Aethar.
And then I need the bishop and the whatever the other priest is to both make me a DC. Check what it is now. DC, is it still so? No, a DC 18 Constitution saving throw as he holds his staff forward and channels Air's Radiance.
Do any of the prisoners in there have to make this save?
Nope.
You can pick these.
Creatures of my choice.
And I'm sorry, this is a con save?
Yep.
I've got an 8 and a 9.
Okay. So, and then I'm a 12 level cleric, so 2d10 plus 12.
So I'm assuming that fails?
Yeah, those both fail.
Okay, Havaruk is going to choose to succeed instead.
Okay. So you can take half of this. The other one will take the full 27. So
Thanks.
Havaruk will take 13.
Of radiance damage?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that bishop is looking real ragged. Havaruk himself
and
is singed by the radiance of air.
And as a bonus action, I'm casting a spell.
Okay.
Victor, whatever you're calling yourself today.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get back 8 hit points.
All right.
That's the end of Ekon's turn.
No counter spell?
They used their count. They don't have any more.
Got a red token with white token on deck.
All right. Just make this nice. How high up in the air are you?
Still 30 feet.
The crowd forms underneath you, lobbing goodies up at you. It's going to be 8 attacks.
Looking for an 18.
Nope. There's a crit.
Critical counter damage.
And a 19. So I've got 4 points of damage from one commoner. And the critical hit, he's throwing some exceptionally stanky rotten tomatoes at you. 8 points. Holy crap. Somebody give that commoner a medal.
Commoner immediately the class level.
Yeah, counter gains class level.
Squire.
My boy loads a rotten tomato up into a stanky sock and starts spinning it around. Death to the Philistine!
The eighth, the false god.
These guys I'm just going to take off the map because I've got an amorphous blob of commoner here to work with, which is nice. Genie just kind of emerged back from the crowd. I'm not going to send any after Genie. Evie, though.
I thought those guys were tied up.
They were supplicating on the ground.
Okay.
Only Victor was tied up.
Actually, no. They have to fail a save before they're allowed to stand up. One of them already did pass this save. The other 2 are still on the ground. Yeah, no, he's going to start kicking Evie in the ribs. That's kind of funny.
Well, she's not on the ground, so you can't do that.
Natural 20.
Ow.
Don't you dare tell Burkhardt what he can or can't do.
Dude, these commoners are awesome. 5 points of boot to the head damage.
Wow, that guy's got a really damn good kick to the ribs.
Just the wind gets knocked out of you.
He gains
I'm mildly impressed. Like, not bad.
he gains a class level of monk.
What's the is there like a commoner level up noise?
Yeah. Da.
They're not going to go after Victor.
He's flying.
But they don't know to start attacking him.
That's,
right.
Edmont, though,
roundhouse snap kick.
this seems appropriate. Have a couple of commoners break off and enter the cone of silence and start chucking
I
stuff
am
up
up
at Edmont.
above. I am still up on the
Yeah,
wall, though.
they can throw.
Sure, that's fine.
And I've got advantage against you.
Well, is he prone?
He's
Edmont,
paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed until the end of this guy's next turn.
when
so.
the bishop, and he's dead now, so he can never go again. So you're just paralyzed forever. I've got a 15 to hit you.
No.
I got a 10 to hit you.
Nope.
I got a 14 to hit you.
Nope.
That was with advantage. Yeah, they come over to the base of the wall and start flinging stuff up at you, and just terrible shots. You're not even dodging up there. So,
He can't. He's just standing still.
all right, that was red.
Expecting
White
another
and then
20. White.
White and then purple. Bear with me one moment.
He needs to figure out what he wants to do to me.
Considering his options.
And kind of running out of options. He's used a lot of his good spells. He's just kind of down to the dregs now. Okay. That's a ranged spell, which is bad in his position.
And if he'd like to move and provoke an attack of opportunity, he's welcome to do that.
You know what? His best course of action right now is probably just to disengage from you.
That's what I do to Evie too.
Sneak out the back window here.
She just jumped out a window and murdered his friend. He's like, I'm good.
And we got purple with Victor on deck.
Okay. Havaruk calls out, "Isn't it nice that the false Aethar, whom you have sought to bring counsel, has come to save you? But that will not happen. No matter how much you desire to bring down the true God, you will find his followers to be steadfast." Ekon.
Mhm.
I think I can get you up in the air. Yeah. 40-foot high cylinder. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
You got it. Dex save of 11.
Okay, so you will take the full force of this goodness.
Would a +5? Well, I don't suppose Jeannie knows that.
I think I might be out of range too.
Oh yeah, 30 feet. Yeah. I was thinking it was 60. My beat.
You're in 30 feet of him.
He's in that 30 feet in the air.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to be.
Trigonometry.
Ekon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
12 points of fire damage.
Mhm.
Plus 16 points of radiant damage. As the earth all around your feet erupts into flames. Blinding brilliance of the red Aethar's flame strike is no less brilliant than your own. The commoners around you screech out in a mixture of agony and ecstasy as their bodies are consumed utterly. And you are looking slightly more charbroiled now.
That is smurfed up.
Yeah. I've been avoiding dropping massive AoEs on these people.
Well, if you hadn't dropped the wall of fire, he was going to start ordering them to start diving into the wall and incinerate themselves and force a horror check.
I'm gonna be so glad when we kill this guy.
Yeah, this guy needs to die.
He's
Turn.
he's got
Unless
he has a bonus action coming.
Oh, sure.
This is on a recharge. Let me mark that I'm using it. When he casts a spell,
Magus risks casting a spell.
he is. Sorry, the rules on this are a little strange, but where is Ekon in the turn order? On 12, so this new creature is going to act on 13 after Orson. Ekon, for a moment, you watch the priest throw up this flame strike. It erupts around you. The screams of the commoners die away, and it looks like he's rushing towards you, flying, but you realize it's not him, just a projection of him, a silhouette. Tears itself off from his face and his body and his robes, flying up in the air towards you. And before you know it, this shadow creature has taken up position right next to you in the air. This is the power of the true God. Air's punishment of an unseelie heart has no mercy. Who's next?
We've got Victor with Genie on deck.
Victor,
Can I
you
do
are
something?
not dominated anymore. Your head is clear for the first time in
6 seconds.
Yeah, you can finally act on your own volition.
All right, so Victor's going to go, he's already 15 feet up in the air. He's going to go another 30 feet in the air to get 45 feet up.
Okay.
Can he see this little smurf over here?
Which one?
The white one, the
The
living
bishop? Yes, if you fly high enough up in the air, you absolutely can. 'Cause remember, there's no roof on this building.
Okay.
And he's just kind of slinking back. He's heavily injured. He's having a bad day. He could probably heal himself, but he hasn't yet because he needed to use his action to get away from Evie, who was definitely about to murder him.
I might not have killed him, but I did kill his friend because I needed to break the spell.
Right.
Yeah, so Victor doesn't have a source of sneak attack on anybody right now.
You moved, so you can't steady aim.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need steady aim to kill this guy.
Now you might not.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna fling the first dagger at him and see what happens.
Okay. And I have exhausted my Pepsi. Unfortunate.
Oh no.
First question: does an 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Okay, then we're gonna use a charge of sniper eye to make that into a 15.
Okay, 15 will hit. Actually, these guys have a better armor class than Havaruk does. It's weird.
Avalrook appears to be some kind of demon. Humans don't have poisonous fingernails.
So 11 points of psionic damage from the first attack.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
He goes going around the back of the building, and his lifeless body drops to the ground as you send a dagger his way.
Is there? So I don't know this, but can I use? I can't use an offhand attack against a separate target, can I?
Yeah, you can.
You absolutely
yeah?
can. Yeah.
Okay, good. Then we're gonna offhand attack our little bishop boy down there, or
Well-
red boy, purple boy, pink, whatever.
Havaruk.
color. Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
All right.
My 20 went away. So let's see. I'm assuming his armor class is greater than 9, right?
It is, yes. It's bad, but it's not quite that bad.
Let's see how I want to do with this.
I don't think it's worth using the sniper eye on just a D4.
Yeah. Not worth using the sonic dice either.
So that's
So
it. Just
Victor will give him the finger.
you fling a dagger, and it does not connect.
Yeah,
Got
I don't even know if
Genie
he
with
would put it
Edmont.
with- Yeah, he may not even know that it was flung because it was psionic, so.
Is Evie next?
Genie's
Genie.
next.
Genie
Genie's
with
next.
Edmont.
Genie is going to... She's going to summon her turret.
Okay.
This is a force ballista, and it is medium-sized, or not medium. No, small. It's a small-sized force ballista, so it occupies the space that it's in.
Okay.
And use her bonus action to fire at this man. For does a 20. What is that? That's a plus 10. So that's a 28 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay. He takes 5 force damage and is pushed back. 5 feet.
Okay.
And that is the end of Jeannie's turn.
Anything else?
No, that's the end of Jeannie's turn.
All right. Who's next?
Edmont with Evie.
Edmont, you are no longer
No longer
paralyzed.
paralyzed?
The bishops never did get a turn because they both got very dead.
Bonus action. Edmont makes a dark powers check.
Oh, about to
God.
Hulk out?
Yep.
All right.
17.
That is not a good idea to do right now.
17. And this is, remember, the dark powers check is not just 11 or better. You have a hidden stat
Yep.
that only
I
I
know.
am privy to.
Yep.
Okay. And you want to just refresh everybody's memory of what you can do in werewolf form?
Yeah, I can. I basically my constitution bumps up, so I'm gaining 26 hit points.
Yeah,
Sure.
This is really going to win the crowd over.
Yeah.
This. You guys have completely ruined my plan again.
And Edmont is and then he's also got a lot of powerful attacks that come from this, and he's going to be provoking 3 attacks of opportunities from these commoners as he bounds down
I
around.
cannot believe you did that.
Are you?
He was 10 feet up in the air on the 10-foot
5,
wall.
10,
Jump
15,
over.
20, 25, 30.
Just
35.
make a standing long jump.
Yeah,
You'll
if
go
you,
right
if you
over.
leap over them, you're not going through anybody's threat range.
Oh yeah, fair enough. And I'm going to claw the hell out of this guy.
All right.
Very silently.
I mean, the priest isn't being silent. He's yelling, "Help! Help! There's a werewolf attacking me!"
Evie's
15
has
to hit.
faces in her hands at this point.
Sorry, you said 15?
15 to hit, yes.
15 hits.
And so that's going to be 10 points of slashing damage, and he needs to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
I've got a 14 on that.
That's a failure, so he is knocked prone.
I'm going to choose to succeed.
Okay, then. I don't get to roll the second attack at advantage. Uh, 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Another 10 points of slashing damage, and
He
you
is-
make me that saving throw again.
Is bloodied. That's a 19 on the save.
Yep, he passes.
Okay.
And I can't claw bite, can I? I can only.
I'm pretty sure you can. Hold on, I actually have the book open right in front of me. I'm almost certain you can, because you get the same attack block as a Luke Garou would get. Oh no, it's claw or claw bite. You're right.
Okay, no, that's fine then. Yeah, no, I wanted to knock him prone, but that didn't happen. That's fine. Yeah, Edmont. Edmont runs in.
Okay.
And, swipes at him.
You've got Evie with Orson up on deck.
Evie, this guy
Evie
just kicked you in the ribs.
Can Evie just spend her turn sulking?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, she doesn't do that.
Speaking, she didn't hear any of that happen.
I guess that's technically true, but I can see out these windows.
Yeah.
I saw him to do a fucking Olympic jump over these guys.
out of the,
Just
cor-
like,
out of the,
God damn it.
she's reeling from this guy's donkey kick to the chest. Out of the corner of her eye, she sees Edmont out the window.
That's why she got kicked, because she was like, what the heck?
Evie,
Yeah,
fix it.
Okay. My owl does not provoke attacks when he moves, so he goes here, gives me advantage. I go here, give Victor advantage. Victor, you may
Are we
spend
doing
your... We're doing it. You spent your reaction, right?
Yep.
We are so doing it. We
All
both
right.
have advantage.
It's the good stuff.
You're gonna get something good out of today.
Does a 28 hit?
Yes.
How about 23?
Both hit.
Okay.
I was hitting with 16s, just so you know.
Sneak attacks are never that good, even no matter how many dice I get. I got 25 points of magical piercing to Havelrook.
Okay.
32 points of psionic damage.
Victor, your attack doesn't even land because Evie's killed him.
Oh, he wasn't that strong.
No, I told you he was bloodied last round. Yeah, you come
He was
forward.
acting like he's a badass. Like we were gonna have to wail on him for a couple minutes.
And you were attacking with what? Your short sword?
Yeah.
And yeah, you just right through his heart. Pull it out. You feel the metal of the blade scrape against the inside of his rib cage. You whip his blood on the ground, and he's been sermonizing this whole time, and his voice catches in his throat. He chokes, drops to the ground on his knees, and slumps forward at Edmont's feet.
Some servant of the true god you are.
Moving or staying put?
I would provoke if I move, so I'm good here.
Okay. You still have
got
this.
with black token on deck.
Okay, yeah, the shadow creature still exists.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, you can get right north of Ekon.
Well, I mean, he can't do anything.
Well, can he attack the shadow creature?
It's in the air, isn't
The
it?
shadow creature is flying in the air next to Ekon.
He said he's like, what, 30 feet up?
Ekon, excuse me, Orson is going to stand next to Evie, and he is going to dodge, I guess.
Okay.
Shadow creature with Ekon.
All right, shadow creature gets 3 attacks on Ekon.
Uh-huh.
Ekon, I have a 10 to hit,
Nope.
an 8 to hit,
Nope.
and a natural 20.
Can
Nope,
it
you
be
don't.
blinded?
Can it be blinded? I don't think you have any way of knowing that. You can make
Well,
the
sorry, I'm
matters.
using my reaction to try and blind to make it have disadvantage on that attack roll, but it only works if it can be blind.
Okay, so you make the attempt in any case.
Yeah.
Yes, it can be blinded. That turns that into a 13 to hit.
Nope.
All right.
Beats the crit.
Yeah, the thing is just
Light protects me.
trying to stab you with its shadowy fingernails. And
Perhaps you
it's
could do that.
going to stay right on top of you.
I was going to silvery barbs it.
Ekon casts Dispel Evil.
Ooh.
Gross.
I don't even know what that spell does.
It dispels evil. Try to keep up.
And then he'll also, what was a leveled spell, so I guess I can do I need a strength save from this creature. Bonus action.
14.
Pushed backward, and then I can fly down to ground level next to my allies.
Okay.
Out of its threat range. That is the end of Ekon's turn. Next we have red tokens.
Why
Okay.
you got my sneak attack like that, man?
Red tokens.